Не тормози пока. Убери ногу с педали. Hello YouTube. How are you doing? It's probably 200 degrees here right now. I'm dying on the sun. But today I purchased new tractor, new to me. And I got the tractor already. It's right there in the garage. John Deere D140, and this one John Deere SST16. And I just found out it very recently that this is not just a regular tractor. It's pretty much the zero-turn tractor. What it looks almost exactly the same as the normal one that I have, but check this out, guys. I mean, besides it doesn't work, it does not have the linkage in here, and I can turn those wheels 360 degrees all around. So this tractor is being driven by the rear wheels, as well as you can steer with the rear wheels. So pretty much when you steer, it makes the rear wheels to rotate with different speeds, and this is how you turn. Same exact idea as the zero turn mower, except this got the steering wheel, and it even shows power steering. Isn't it crazy? By the way, it's got 244 hours on it, and it's freaking time capsule. Those, I mean, yeah, it's not working, but check this out. All of this is almost like brand new, and right now it's 2020, and I guess this one, based on my neighbor's information, so I bought it from my neighbor because they've been moving out of state. If I'm not mistaken, he told me it was manufactured in 2005, so it's 15 years old tractor with a condition of pretty much like new tractor. Linkages, nuts, wheels, tread, it's freaking like brand new. And the reason for it not to run is it was sitting for the 5 years and never driven, so the fuel got rotten, and the carburetor clogged, and he gave me the carburetor. I was trying to find the exactly same thing online, simply to switch it out. I couldn't. On the website that sells John Deere parts, shows the carburetor has been discontinued. So I bought some carb cleaner, and I'm gonna try to clean it. I mean, in the best case scenario, you need to have the ultrasonic cleaner, but we'll see. Maybe we can save it with a simple carb cleaner. So I'm pretty excited about this purchase. If I'm not mistaken, again, per my neighbor's words, back in the day this tractor cost about 4 grand, and it came with some extra tools. I'm not sure what is that. Some kind of long rod with the nuts. It's got the wheels with a different thread, so I don't know what that for, why. Maybe those are aftermarket, maybe not, I don't know. And it came also with some kind of weights. This probably weighs, I don't know, 25 pounds each of those or so, and it's kind of got the 5th wheel that I got in here, and it's got it has the 5th wheel, So I guess it's attached somehow on the tractor, and you put those weights onto this wheel. I am not sure what the deal is, why you need to put the weight, and I don't know where you put it, to the back or maybe to the front. But anyway, so I need to drain the old gas. It smells awful, and yeah, it's fairly clean. So the carburetor is missing, obviously, because I got it there. This is, I have no clue what is it, but it was in the carburetor. Is it some kind of valve or temperature sensor or something? It's just got one wire, so I don't know what that. And we'll see if it's possible to bring it back to life. Isn't it cool? Yeah, and it's got some damage right here on the top, so it's supposed to be, I guess, like that, with a thin holes. So it's got the damage on the cover. So it calls SST16, and I guess SST stands for spin steer technology. We'll see if it's gonna work, and if yes, how. So this is 42-inch deck with 2 blades. The other one that I have, I guess it's 48-inch deck with 3 blades. Let's clean the carburetor. The carburetor smells awful. It's just it's all gunked, so we need to clean everything in here. I purchased gunk. Oh my god, I cannot breathe it. The gunk removal. Oh my god, it's it's nasty. Whew. Gunk removal. So I'm gonna clean it in this bucket, and we'll see if it's gonna do any tricks. Maybe I'm gonna let it soak even right in there, and we'll see. But I mean, it's like a honey. It actually cleans it pretty good. Not sure how I can hold the camera and whole thing. Sorry guys, but you can see. I'm not sure. I probably gonna need to take like a toothbrush and clean it too. Alright, so I'm gonna use some toothbrush. Maybe it's gonna make, yeah, it's just cleans it very easy, at least this part. This is the first time I actually taken the carburetor apart, so I'm not sure the sequence or procedure. So there is a float. The float controls the needle that opens and closes the incoming fuel from the tank, and actually starting to rain. But yeah, before that, let's try to clean all of that. Alright, I am in the garage right now since it's still raining, and I just start to unscrew some I guess that's a little jet as well that has been clogged. It's probably like a pilot jet. And it's totally clogged. Okay, I can see through this little orifice now. So I removed this needle, is totally gunked. It was right in there, covered with this bolt. So I probably need to, I don't know, to maybe soak it in this gunk removal. Otherwise I'm not sure how it's possible to get it cleaned without the ultrasonic cleaner. And I need to get to the needle that opens and closes the fuel kind of inlet. Okay, this is the bottom of the carburetor. So when this thing full of fuel, this float goes up and shuts the needle that gets the fuel in. So when the fuel is out, the float goes slower down, opens the needle so the fuel can flow from the tank inside this bowl, and then the fuel is being sucked actually by the air that comes through the carburetor. It calls Venturi effect. So there is no pump or something, it's just being sucked with the air from this bowl. And this is pretty much how the carburetor works, at least in small engines. We may be lucky actually. So the cleaner looks like it's coming through this needle now. I'm surprised it was that easy to clean it. Yeah. And yes, I can see through this pinhole now. So it's been unclogged, thankfully. Alright, I'm gonna put this needle back in place. If I'm not mistaken, it was pretty tight in there. So there is no any kind of adjustment for it. Okay, it's tight. Now I'm gonna put this fat screw in it. Alright, this little screw where it went to okay, here we go. This is the place for the little screw, so little orifice I would say. Okay, so the only thing left here is to get the float off and clean the needle. And this is how they say 5 days later. So I was hoping last time that I'll be able to fix the carburetor and put it in on the same day, but things went wrong. So I removed the float, I removed this needle that floats operates. It goes here back and forth, and probably and I was probably cleaning it either too hard, or maybe this like rubber tip was already so brittle because of the age. I'm not sure if you can see it. So this is like a rubber tip that sits on the float, pretty much like a condom. So it's just disintegrated from this needle. So I went ahead and purchased brand new original needle for this carb, and this freaking thing cost and this freaking thing costed me like 29 bucks, or maybe like even 30, like with the tax or so. So and also I did purchase the new, this like a seal or O-ring, because anyway I needed to wait for this item to come. I'm gonna assemble it back, so it's pretty easy. The float, I mean not the needle hangs on this hook on the float goes back, this pin locks the float in place, and that thing goes there, and that's it. The carburetor is assembled, and we'll try to put it back on the tractor. One more thing I just discovered, and I was curious why the old needle had like that much space between itself and this like a hanger, and the replacement one got much more less. So it looks like there is a springy thing inside, so it's, you can see, and I never actually knew there is such a thing on the old one, because it was so kind of, I don't know, like oxidation or something, or just gunk. So it's good I purchased new one, because this wouldn't work properly if I wouldn't replace it. So alright, that's a little tip. It wasn't a particular fun to remove this old gasket around this bowl, because this gasket is almost like a plastic. It just cracks in your hands, and it really was stuck in this, you know, whatever, in this circle, let's say. So yeah, I'm gonna put the new gasket, and that's it. Alright, I'll try to figure out how this carb goes here in place, because of those, you know, linkages, and I'm gonna replace a couple fuel lines. For example, this part is cracking totally, so I purchased brand new line in Ace Hardware, and later on, not today but later on, I'm gonna replace this line that goes from here to the tank, and I'm gonna replace this line too. I'm not sure if it's a fuel line. Yeah, that's the fuel line. Yeah, that's the fuel line. All right. And this is some kind of whatever thing that controls the, I don't know, fuel, you know, pressure, temperature or something, and in the same time this is kind of the bolt that holds this ball attached to the carburetor. So I need to clean this gunk from that thing, and then I'm gonna assemble the carburetor by twisting this thing into. It's getting messy on the table, but we're almost done. So I guess this part gonna be easier for this adjustment screw to adjust in case we're gonna need to. And now goes that thing. I have no idea about the torque, but I guess it should be a little snug. So let's see what. Okay, it's 17. Should be enough, I guess. And we'll see if it's not snug enough. The the gas gonna be leaking. And actually I maybe not straight all the way, because you can see like there's a still rubber, you can see from this side, and it's totally sealed, so I need to adjust it, I guess, just a little bit. And one more thing, actually I wanted to replace this hose. I measured approximate lengths. Hopefully I'll be able to squeeze it on. Okay, the carburetor side is done. Let's see if I can put you guys right inside. I would say technically it's technically supposed to work like it is. Let's give it a try, shall we? I don't know. That's here. The battery should be charged. Choke. What do I need to press?
It's working. It's probably needs some adjustment for the carburetor. Yeah, it needs some adjustments, but it works for the first time in like 5 years or so. Okay, it works on choke now. Let's see if it moves. And the gas is also probably a year old or so. I'm not sure how that thing works. I never drove the zero turn. Okay, nothing is happening. Brakes. Moves. I got the brakes on the wrong side, on the other side, on my tractor. I need to untangle this, and we'll see it. Something is dripping there, I can see. Maybe it's a gas, so I need to take a look on it.
And that's tomorrow, which is another day. Yesterday was too dark. It was a night when I finished assembling it back in place, and I noticed I have a spare bolt from somewhere, so I'm gonna need to open the hood again and see where I could miss putting one bolt. But that thing runs somewhat good. It surges a bit. I would think, before I dug into carburetor again, that that's because of the old gas in the tank. The gas is like a nasty yellow color already. It's not like clean or yeah, it's not clean anymore. It's kind of yellowish. So I'm waiting for this thing to burn. I'm gonna put more non-ethanol gas I got in this tank, and hopefully it's gonna start to work better. Maybe I can even put whatever the reason I can right now, to be honest. Let me take this thing outside. It can run now. Okay, no choke. No choke. And you can hear how it surges. And take a look on the front wheels. And now pretty much it can almost steer on one spot. Take a look, isn't it crazy? Let's add some more gas. Pretty quick. Okay, when I'm on full throttle, or when pretty much the pedal to the metal, when I steer it, it won't do the zero turn. It acts like more like a normal tractor. But when it stops and I slightly tap the gas, then it's a zero turn thing. So if we're running and I rotate the steering wheel all the way, it acts like the normal tractor. But to do the zero turn thing, I need to be almost standing still, and then it do its thing. It's like kind of strange feeling. It's like adjustable gear ratio. You see? That's fun experience. The engine works smoothly on a full throttle. Okay, actually this is the full throttle. Woo! It's pretty fast. It's pretty fast. Looks like it's faster than my D140. And it surges a bit on like when idling. So most likely it's just a bad gas in there. So as of now it's got 253 hours on it. Deck is working properly.
Interesting how it's gonna do on the hill. I turned off the, actually, let's see if it can, it's climbing. It's pretty strong. Passed the hill test. Let's put some more fresh gas if I have it. Those rubber things are disintegrating, so I'm gonna need to find those and replace. And there is the transmission oil tank, and there is the level in here, and this is the level for the gas. I'm not sure how much gas is in there, but let's try to blend it. Found the spot where I missed the last bolt. Ouch, it's pretty freaking hot exhaust. It's right in here, if you can see there. It was pretty dark when I finished assembling, and I also got the question, this is the hose coming to the carburetor. Where it's supposed to go? Anyone got a clue? I need it because I have no idea. Let me know in the comments. I would call it $300 purchase a win. If you guys do have similar kind of tractor or lawnmower, share your opinion, how do you like it in the comments. Again, if you know where this like little hose from the carburetor is going, let me know in the comments as well. And if you like this kind of video, hit this like button or subscribe, and I'll see you in the next videos.